So what happens if we are going to lose them? That's exactly what we discussed with our guest, Dr. Sharad Kohli, senior economist with us on the program. Professor Madhav Nalapa, the editorial director of the Sunday Guardian, also joins us on the show. Mr. Sumit Peer, political analyst, senior political analyst with us on the program as well. All right. Dr. Kohli, as an economist, how do you look at this wealth redistribution concept, if we can call it that? And can you recall anything, in our history, other than what happened perhaps after the Red Revolution in the former USSR? I can't think of any other country which actually laid emphasis on something like this.
Well, thank you, Vineet. Thanks to my fellow panelists and the NewsX viewers. Yes, your memory is spot on. Lenin and Stalin is what I can recollect, when this kind of mindset used to be there. I think Mr. Gandhi wants to take the country, or whosoever in the Congress has said that, wants to take the country in ancient times. A ridiculously catastrophic idea, I would say. Thankfully, on a lighter note, all the election surveys do not indicate Congress coming back to power. So I think we can relax a bit, we can discuss, but we can relax a bit, that thankfully they are not coming back to power, so this will never be implemented. But theoretically speaking, as I said, it's a ridiculous idea, redistribution of wealth, from taking away, as I agree with Professor Nalapa, you will find all the industrialists running. And a very ironical aspect, Vineet, is that, Congress, when I hear them in the debates, I have been in so many debates of late, with them after the elections were declared. They said that all that Vikas is not being done by BJP. This wasn't there when we were there, that wasn't there when we were there. They've been talking about the Tatas, the Birlas. Didn't they flourish in our time? We brought a lot of economic prosperity to the country. What happened to those statements? All of a sudden, these industrialists, these wealth creators have become criminals. You want to take away, you want to act as a bad Robin Hood, take away their wealth. Do you think they're going to remain in the country? The answer is no. I think Congress would have been better off to speak about wealth creation. And a very interesting point, Vineet, I spoke to a few villagers. That will you accept redistributed wealth? And these villagers came from a very, very poor background. They were having their income between 10 and 15,000 a month. Some of them were daily wages, some of them were rickshaw pullers. I asked them that here is Mr. Gandhi probably taking away wealth from somebody and wanting to give it to you. Will you accept it? And you'll be shocked to know the answer of all of them was no. Sahab, hame khairat nahi chahiye. It is better if the government can create opportunities for us, teach how to fish. Do not distribute fishes. If you teach him how to fish, he will be able to earn his livelihood for the rest of his life and for his family also. And this whole inheritance tax, which resonates. What Mr. Gandhi said, Mr. Pitroda said, although Congress is trying to disassociate itself from Mr. Sam Pitroda without knowing that it is simply a resonation of what Rahul Gandhi said, inheritance tax. Even in America, this tax does not exist. I don't know from where the facts came out. In 1984, Congress by itself had abolished it. When Mr. VP Singh was the finance minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was the prime minister, this inheritance tax used to be in India because it was considered outdated, because there are so many ways to escape it. I can form a trust and I may rather not give any inheritance tax. And there are many ways to escape this tax, and it is considered as regressive. And American systems and our system, social values are radically different. In America, you don't have families. The moment your child goes in grade 10, he's asked to stay alone. He has to earn his own living, and after a few years, the child doesn't even remember his parents' names. Here we have parents, we've got grandparents, you've got parents who earn for their children for the rest of their life. Tell me, Vineet, don't you earn for your children? I mean, whatever you're doing now is for the betterment of your children's future. I don't think this concept can ever work in India. It's a ridiculous idea altogether. I think Congress is losing its parts. It's desperate now. Desperate because it knows that there is no way it can come to power. So that just throw something in the gauntlet which can probably get you votes. This is a very desperate and a catastrophic attempt, and I don't think people are going to believe it, because logistically this is not possible. Mr. Gandhi has in his Wayanad nomination, Vineet, declared 22 crores of his net worth. Some of them are mutual funds, some of them are shares. They are in public domain, so I am opening no secret information. Some of them are shares, and the shares have, by the way, grown during Prime Minister Modi's periods and his policy. Now, I have a list of 100 people who are interested in taking 22 lakhs each out of the 22 crores. So let charity begin at home for Mr. Gandhi. If he wants to redistribute, start by doing it. I mean, Sumit also wants to stand in the queue. He was telling me before, for getting that 20 to 25 lakhs will change the lifestyles of a lot of people in this country. So let charity begin at home. He should take the lead, and we'll all follow that, Vinny.
All right. Great point, Dr. Kohli. Okay, Dr. Kohli.
Well, I think, if you take a very simple case study, suppose on distribution somebody receives 50,000, an employee of Reliance getting 5 lakhs per annum. Obviously he will have to give up the job because Mr. Ambani or whosoever is the industrialist will not be able to continue that industry. There will be no future. So he will have to quit the job. So getting that one time 50,000 or earning 5 lakh rupees per annum. Well, here's the choice. So I think was Mr. Gandhi he has to do some introspection and think of the consequences that the Chinese government, as Sumit rightly said, has tried to interfere with the businesses by putting their representatives on the board. Look at what has happened. Its growth has come down. The investments are moving to other places, including India. So small interference, like putting your representatives on the board of the companies, is having those kind of repercussions. Imagine if wealth is snatched away in inverted commas, what will be the repercussion? I think one time you will make everybody happy, but after 2-3 months, you will make every single person of the country poor for that matter.
Right, and Dr. Kohli, do you also think that something like this, if implemented, is naturally going to lead to some sort of an anarchy?
Obviously. Well, forget about anarchy, we need anarchy definitely, but then this is going to lead to an outflow of capital from the country. I mean, everybody who's earned, let's say, who's got a balance of more than 50 lakhs or 1 crore, including the real estate and property, or everybody in the city, by the way, is more than 1 crore because of the property prices. So everything is going to be liquidated, including the Mangalsutra. And then the next day, what you'll do, you'll liquidate, book a flight to UK, Europe or America, buy citizenship there and get out of the country. So let Mr. Gandhi try and create wealth out of non-wealth creators. What will the poor do thereafter? There will be massive unemployment, Vineet, if I say it in one word.
All right. Appreciate everyone joining us. We've run out of time. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more. Stay tuned.